Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a horror and thriller film, Don't Breathe. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. In a quiet street, an old man is dragging a young girl by her hair. Behind her, a trail of bright red blood is left on the ground. Three young men unlock the door and enter a luxurious villa. Before they start the plunder, Alex reminds his partner not to take any cash from the house, and they cannot rob more than $10,000 worth of loot. Rocky goes into the cloakroom and packs all of the heels into her bag. She then puts on the clothes of the owner and lies on her bed to feel its comfort and luxury. Money is a guy with rough manners. He pees in the living room, leaving a trail like a dog taking over territory. Before departure, Alex breaks the glass in the door on purpose to make it look like a breaking and robbery. As soon as they rob a few more wealthy houses like this one, Rocky and Money will leave the present city and start a whole new life in California. Alex secretly admires Rocky, and he feels upset that she is leaving. Alex's father works as a security guard. He cannot leave his father alone. Returning home, Alex returns the set of keys to his father's drawer. It is obvious that Alex's father is the key to their theft. The last target comes sooner than expected. The next day, Money asks the two friends out to share the information he obtained last night from a black market. He heard that number 1837 house in the suburb is occupied by a retired veteran alone. A few years back, his daughter was killed in a car accident by a rich girl. He received a huge ransom that amounted to $300,000. This particular house has purchased and installed a security system from Alex's father. The deal is enticing, but Alex does not want to participate. His underlying principle is no cash. They will be charged with robbery if they take more than $10,000 worth of goods. In previous cases, they managed to keep it within the limit. But if they act out of Money's plan, they will be charged with 10 years of jail. So, Alex rejects his proposal. At home, Alex gets a text message from Rocky. She is too eager to get out of the place, and she begs Alex to do this for her. Rocky's unhappiness with the current city stems from her irresponsible mom. She has a younger sister who she wants to take away. As such, she regards the number 1837 house as a good chance. When she is prepared to give up, Alex agrees to do her a favor. Little does Alex know that they will have to pay a much heavier price than just serving sentences in jail. After surveying the area, Money has confirmed that 4 blocks around number 1837 house are empty. This suggests that cops do not just walk around here doing nothing. Everything points to do an easier job. The 3 thieves pull over their car on the road to wait for an optimum time. Suddenly, a dog climbs up to the window glass and barks at them. When they are at a loss, the fierce dog is whistled away. Money recognizes its owner as a veteran nicknamed Veteran. But the blind veteran does not notice the 3 youths. He continues to walk back home with his walking stick. They think it would be a piece of cake to deal with a blind old man. At 2 a.m., the 3 set off. The whole area is as quiet as a graveyard, except the furious barking of the fierce dog. They drop a drugged sausage to put the dog to sleep. Later, the trio carefully approaches the door. As Veteran does not give the security agency a set of spare keys, Alex steals his father's remote controller to unlock the door. Even so, the door is not open. Meanwhile, Money discovers a cellar in the backyard, which door is bolted below and locked. The only entrance available would be the window upstairs. There are 30 seconds before the alarm goes off. They decide to smash the window glass and have Rocky sneaking in alone. As time ticks away, Rocky walks through the pitch-dark hallway and switch off the alarm with the remote controller. Alex is filled with worries. Noticing his reactions, Money warns Alex not to covet his girlfriend. And then Rocky opens the main gate to let her partners in. Upon arrival, they begin to search for the safe box. One of them goes to the kitchen, where all kinds of tools are placed on the wall. Money sneaks into level 2 and sees a television playing a program. It is about a little girl chatting with a photographer. Money secretly dissolves drugs into the water jug. To his surprise, Veteran is seated right beside the television. Luckily, the blind man cannot tell Money is around, and he just stands up to switch off the television. Money drills a hole on the jug and leaves the room with his nose covered. He meets up with the other 2 and informs them Veteran has already fainted. So, they proceed to the basement. The big lock poses a big issue. Although they apply various kinds of tools, they cannot be cracked open. Money then takes out a gun. Alex is not all the more reluctant to be an accomplice in crime, for he clearly knows that armed burglary is a more serious offense. Furthermore, it would be completely reasonable for the victim to shoot them dead. Alex wants to pull Rocky away, but she refuses to go. Soon after, Money fires at the lock. Alex decides to flee the basement. Unexpectedly, as soon as Money opens the door, Veteran shows up before them and asks who they are. Rocky keeps silent, and Money lies that he intrudes on the house because he gets drunk. But once Veteran steps on the bolt, he realizes the intruder is definitely not here for good. Money threatens Veteran not to move an inch, pointing the gun at him. But Veteran does the opposite. He lifts up both of his hands and approaches Money slowly. Nervous, Money fires a shot at the ceiling. Immediately after that, Veteran grabs Money's hands and pushes him against the wall. Money then begs Veteran to spare his life. When asked if he comes along with any partner, Money says he is alone. Just when he thinks Veteran would release him, he is shot straight in the head. Witnessing the whole process, Rocky covers her mouth in shock. She then takes refuge in a closet in the room. Alex hears the gunfire and returns for Rocky's safety. As soon as he enters the hallway, he bumps into Veteran. He quickly sticks to the wall and holds his breath. Fortunately, Veteran just walks past him without noticing anything. Alex follows Veteran and finds him locking up all entrances. And then he goes back to the room where Money is killed. Rocky is about to leave the room when Veteran walks in. It so happens that Veteran comes to check his safe box, which is hidden in the closet. As a result, Rocky sees his passcode. Later, Alex locates Rocky and wants to call the police. Rocky silently opens the safe box before Alex and transfers all the cash into her bag. The total amount of cash is more than $300,000. Alex compromises for the good life the girl wants. However, Veteran enters the room when they are about to go. Paralyzed, Rocky and Alex wait for Veteran's next move. This time round, he is here to clear Money's corpse. In order to give way to Veteran, Rocky steps back, which creates noises on the floor. At once, Veteran stands up from where he is. The duo have to hold their breath in fear. All of a sudden, Money's cell phone vibrates. Veteran fires in the room. When he realizes it is from the phone, he resumes his previous work. After Veteran leaves the room, Alex and Rocky quickly hide in the basement to escape. At the same time, Veteran smells something not right as he passes through the door and discovers their shoes. By now, he knows more than one intruder has broken into his house. He rushes back to the safe box to find it empty. In a fury, the Veteran bangs against the wall. Rocky and Alex are trying to evade the villa through its basement. Suddenly, a masked lady nicknamed Lady emerges out of thin air. As she moves, the bell is rung. The poor lady is bound in chains, and she cannot move freely. She kneels on the floor and pleads for the two strangers' help. In response, Alex pulls Rocky away and tells her to call the police after they evade. But Lady cries and flashes a piece of paper to attract their attention. Rocky reads it to realize that Lady is the driver who killed the daughter of Veteran in the car accident. Time is pressing. Alex warns Rocky they must go now. And then Lady points at the safe box placed on a table. Now Veteran's footsteps can be heard above the basement. Rocky cannot bear to leave Lady alone. So Alex opens the safe box with the same password and unlocks Lady. Afterward, the trio moves to the exit of the cellar. The footsteps of Veteran are drawing ever nearer. It takes a while for Alex to find the correct key. But as soon as he opens the cellar door, he is faced with Veteran directly. Veteran pulls the trigger, and the bullet goes past Alex's ear to injure Lady. Alex and Rocky duck and hide in a dark corner. Veteran slowly walks down the stairs to touch on the dead body, only to find she is his daughter. He holds her in his arm and breaks into bitter cries. Extremely furious, he locks the cellar door and destroys its key. Alex tells Rocky they could open the door with the key to the safe box. He explains that as long as they leave the basement, they will survive. So both of them dash out together. Veteran tries to shoot them down, but to no avail. He turns off the electricity switch to blind the intruders. In pitch darkness and continuous gunfire, Alex and Rocky are separated. Rocky slightly moves her steps to search Alex and touches him. Alex calls her name, and his sound attracts Veteran's attack. He grabs Alex by his neck and points the gun at his head. But he does not expect to run out of bullets. So Alex breaks his grip and runs upstairs with Rocky. Right after they close the basement entrance, the fierce dog awaits them at the end of the hallway, barking aggressively. Alex passes the key to Rocky, instructing her to open the door. At this time, Veteran knocks on the basement door, signaling the dog to come over. As a result, the dog sprints in their direction. Alex and Rocky run into the bedroom on the second floor. He tells Rocky to call the police through the remote controller, but Rocky does not want to give up the huge sum of cash. Before they reach a consensus, Veteran arrives at the doorstep. Rocky goes into the air ducts, but Alex is trapped in the room with nowhere to go. The fierce dog charges at Alex and pushes him to fall off the window. He lands on some glass pane, losing his consciousness. Veteran moves according to the sound and realizes one intruder is on top. So he goes to the rooftop to shoot him. Alex then drops to the ground and comes up unscathed. He runs out with all his strength, but Veteran gives a chase and the two wrestle together. An experienced fighter, Veteran easily beats down Alex until he cannot move anymore. In the meantime, the fierce dog enters the air ducts to take on Rocky. In her struggle to escape, she hears the sound of the wind, which indicates the path to life. Rocky strives to kick open the iron fence, but she is soon dragged down by Veteran. He bashes her face until she passes out. Rocky awakens to find herself locked in the basement, where Lady used to be. Veteran sits in deadly silence. Beside him, there is Lady's corpse. He asserts that since Lady has killed his daughter, she should deliver him another child in replacement. In fact, Lady's pregnant, but he does not expect her to die before the labor. After cleaning the bloody scene, Veteran takes out a bottle of white fluid. He hangs Rocky up, explaining that he must impregnate her. As soon as Rocky delivers his baby, he will release her. And then, he fills the syringe with the fluid, prepared to administer the shoot into Rocky's body. While Rocky struggles in the air, Veteran says she will be freed 9 months later. Rocky knows she is doomed, so she stops her futile efforts and closes her eyes. Unexpectedly, Alex arrives in a pinch to stop the crazy man. He showers him with fists, and opens the handcuffs to set Rocky free, and then they lock the man up. Alex emphasizes that they cannot enlist the police's help if they are to take away the cash. So Rocky agrees to go with him without the loot. Alex reaches his hand to open the door, only to be shot dead at the next moment. Veteran, who is chained, guns him down. Rocky flees the villa and enters their car. The fierce dog follows her closely and hops onto the car. Rocky manages to overpower the dog by the skin of her teeth and locks it inside the car. What's worse, Veteran has already caught up with her. He pulls her hair and beats her relentlessly. And then he drags her back to the villa, placing her beside Alex's dead body. In such a dire situation, Rocky is determined to try the last resort, the remote controller. She switches on the emergency mode to activate the alarm. The ear-piercing alarm distracts Veteran so much that he loses his direction. When he finally touches the remote controller, Rocky knocks him down with a hammer, and then he falls into the basement. At last, Rocky flees the house with the cash before the cops arrive. She then migrates to another city with her younger sibling. Veteran does not die. During a TV interview, he says that 2 robbers broke into the house and were shot dead by him. He tells the reporter he does not lose any belonging. Maybe he does not want the public to know about his sinister intention towards Rocky, or he awaits another victim. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Peace out.